So what is Socktober? Hi friends, this is Doll from Doll Can Create, and I want to answer that question. It could sound fairly simple, can't it? Socktober is a time when friends all over the world are knitting or crocheting socks. Now, I'm a big fan of sock knitting, as if you followed me at all, you probably already know. But this month is specific. We're wrapping ourselves in cozy stitching, autumn colors, that kind of thing. The simple joy of knitting socks. And then we share with others around the world on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and with our friends close by as well. There's just something about October, the change in temperatures, the change in the color of the leaves when you're walking and the leaves kind of crunch for you. It just begs to have extra things on the needles, doesn't it? At least I think so. And something warm on your toes. So I have a few things to share with you. And it's not just about making socks, though. It's about slowing down, finding rhythm in each round as we go, and reminding ourselves that even the smallest, tiniest stitches create something beautiful and wonderful. So grab your favorite needles, your favorite yarn, maybe a cup of something warm or cold if you're in a hot location, and we can knit together. It's a time where stories celebrate the joy of handmade socks. One stitch at a time. Here we go. Let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. So that was all the script I had, but I'm going to continue. So what I have to show you, first of all, are the socks I started on the 30th of September for Socktober. The colorway is called Copper. It's hand-dyed merino sock yarn, merino nylon. And this is, I believe, the daisy pattern, which I really like. There. So I'm going to try to do an afterthought heel. So today's chore will be to put the line of stitching in here so that I can take it out for the heel. So we all know that in socks there's a cuff, the leg, the heel, the foot, and the toe, right? But my other sock is part of a challenge from Chaos Goblin. And I think Etienne is also part of this. And there's a third person, and I don't have that name at the tip of my tongue, so I'm sorry. But we're using leftover sock yarns, and I have a bag of sock yarns. And those who knit socks often have scraps. So these will be scrappy socks. And I decided this time I want to do a toe up. So I haven't done a toe up in years, so I had to kind of look it up again. But there's the toe. And the progress keeper I put on there is just the beginning of the round, so I know what needle that is. And I pulled this color out. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to change color, thank goodness. And I thought I would never put those two colors together, but I think it's going to be fun. Both sock toes will be this color here. I just made that decision. But the rest of the sock, and I'm going to do an afterthought heel as well, is going to be 10 rows of a color. And what I did, just so you know, so this has a number 1 on it. So each ball in here, or each colorway, has a different number. And I rolled the dice and I made a chart, so I know what day I'm using number 1, what day I'm using number 2, etc. And I have no idea. I can't, without looking at my book, I don't know what the next color is. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be showing update progress all along. And I'm looking at this little bit left. Is there 10 rows there? I'm not sure. So the socks aren't going to match. I don't want them to match. I want them to be scruffy and fun, and there you go. So the needle, you just grab these. This is a 2.5, and on this it's a 2.25, so a slightly smaller, but I think the yarn is a little finer as well. But just to show you how much I love socks, I pulled these out of my drawer. Same pattern, hand dyed. This was a lilac, hand dyed colorway. So I knew that I had made one pair of socks in this colorway before. So I decided, yeah, let's pick that up. And I don't remember who the designer is, but I'll try to add that in the video description below. So I'm kind of at a standstill right now because I have to change the color here, and I have to put in the afterthought line here. I did, however, I pulled out, here we go. I pulled out this wonderful purple. So maybe while I'm talking, I will just knit this lovely purple into part of that design. So what I do really, really like about this pattern, first of all, it's a 6-row repeat. So yeah, I do have to kind of track it so I know where I am. But it's not difficult. I use my Knit Companion for that all the time. So tell me, what are your favorite sock designs if you're a sock knitter? And have you chosen what socks you'll knit for Socktober? Love to know. And are you using fall colors? That's why I chose this copper color, because to me it was kind of like the October feel, and it came out a little bit more orange than I anticipated, but that's okay because I have orange as well. I use orange Kool-Aid to make orange, but in this one, yeah, this is copper from Wilton's food coloring. I like to use the food coloring and the Kool-Aid because I don't have to worry so much about the safety that you do when you use chemical dyes. So there you go. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Initially, I was hoping to be able to send a skein of this orange, but we're Canada, and the postal workers are on strike again. But I'm going to keep this video moving right along today if I can. As I knit along here, I have to do the first row of the pattern to get over to where the heel is going to be. So my next video, maybe I'll break it down a little bit more about the basic construction of the sock. But for now, Socktober, what is it? It's a time to knit socks. And when you're done, depending on how quickly you knit, you may have a pair of socks heading into winter. You may decide, ooh, sock knitting isn't as hard as I thought. And you'll just keep going and knit another and another and another. The one thing I did learn, and I don't remember who I learned it from, but I think a lot of sock knitters say it. So when you finish a sock, immediately cast on the second one. So that's the tip of the day. When you finish a sock, cast on the next one, because then you're more likely to pick it up and keep going, and you won't have second sock syndrome. The other point of that is when you finish the second sock and you have your pair done, immediately cast on the next set. Excuse me. Because that way you've always got socks on the needles, and they are so portable. They're just so portable. They're easy to throw into your bag. And while you're waiting in the car, at the doctor's office, at the school for the kids, or after school programs, you've got one little project that you can work on. The crazy sock lady knits some socks while she's on her treadmill. I can't do that. I have an exercise bike, but I don't think I could knit while I was on that bike. I might try someday, but we'll see. But there's so many places that you can knit, and especially something as small as socks. So tip of the day, cast on the next one as soon as you finish one. I hope you plan and enjoy Socktober as much as I do, or I will. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye for now. God bless. This is Granny Doll, living the Granny Core life, 100-mile area, signing off. Blessings to all.